Ah, oops. See, this is why I was, you know, positioning myself.
Get down.
Yes, little. Hello everyone, my name is Cecilia and welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In today's episode we are gonna go and get Tali from Haestrom, so grab a snack and something to drink and let's go! Watchman. Perched on the outer edge of Yera's small solar system, Watchman is a mid-sized rock and ice planet that has picked up a dozen moon-sized objects. Its nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere is too thin to support life, with solid ice covering its calcium-heavy rock core. Footprints of the first surveying teams to come to the planet can still be seen on its practically airless surface. The planet, devoid of valuable resources, has seen few visitors since. Prospect. Prospect is a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant with 13 known moons, most of which seem to have dense heavy metal deposits on first scan, starting a resource rush by the colonists from nearby Horizon. In a tragic turn of events, a galactic uranium surplus drove half the mining firms out of business, and the surfaces of some moons are littered with the bodies of executives who committed suicide by airlock. Today's mining corporations have reached a much more palatable equilibrium and hold more diversified and sustainable portfolios. Prospect is within the frost line of its solar system, where ice giants do not normally form. For this reason, it is believed to have been an extrasolar capture. Venture. A pressure cooker of a planet, Venture's thick nitrogen-based atmosphere is also the source of wealth for a small colonist industry. While Venture's high temperatures are brutal, the primordial soup is not as acidic as on other hothouse planets, and xenon can be readily collected and isolated from the lower troposphere by recovery bots. This xenon is then sold for use in ion drives and some electric lights. Venture's gravity is relatively low for a planet of its size, making the recovery more economical than would otherwise be expected. Horizon. A temperate world that has hit the sweet spot for carbon-based life, Horizon has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere maintained by abundant indigenous photosynthetic plants and bacteria. While the native plants are not very palatable to humans, the soil conditions are such that a handful of introduced Earth species have flourished, and the colonists must take strict care to prevent ecological disasters. Genetically engineered Terminator seeds that grow nutritious but sterile crops to minimize outbreaks are the rule rather than the exception. Animals on Horizon appear to be exploding in diversity, similar to Earth's Cambrian period. Large flying insect analogs take advantage of the thicker-than-Earth atmosphere and low gravity to grow enormous. Microbial life has proven relatively benign. A series of vaccinations for the most virulent strains of soil-borne diseases is all that is required for a visit. Gotha. A dwarf planet, Gotha has a pressure cooker atmosphere that brings its surface temperature to a scorching level. Carbon dioxide and ethane are plentiful in the planet's hazy atmosphere. There has been some speculation in the mining community about whether all of the precious metals were mined by the Quarians before they fled the system some 3 centuries ago. Rumors abound that anyone who could brave the geth in the system could find loads of naturally occurring diamond on Gotha, but this is likely just a starship legend. Travel advisory. Gotha is in geth space. All civilian traffic is prohibited. Sharum. Once a starship refueling station for the Quarians, Sharum has expanded under geth rule. Thousands of orbital platforms surround the planet and its many moons, refining helium into helium-3. A vast geth fleet comes and goes between Sharum and Haestrom, preventing all but the most stealthy of spy drones from discovering any information about it. Current estimates place the geth fleet numbers between 5,000 and 10,000 ships with unknown levels of armament. Travel advisory. Most intelligence estimates state that approaching Haestrom is tantamount to suicide. All civilian traffic is prohibited. And lastly, we have Haestrom. Formerly a Quarian colony, Haestrom was established to observe the phenomena on Dolan, the system's parent star. Dolan appeared to be unstable with a high possibility of erupting prematurely into a red giant. Haestrom was lost to the Geth in 1896 CE. Soon after, all communication from the planet and its attendant space stations ceased. The Geth have shown no signs of treating Dolan as a threat over the past 3 centuries other than establishing several space stations near it. Dolan's magnetic eruptions and solar output overwhelm most communications near it, and it's unclear how the Geth have compensated. Today, spy probe scans indicate extensive orbital construction around Haestrom, housing thousands of Geth platforms and an unknown number of Geth software mines. It is not known how many Geth are on the planet's surface. Spy probes face interference from Dolan, making remote scanning difficult. Resource estimations based on Geth mining, refining, and fabricating practices suggest that the planet has at least 20 more years of use before it's exhausted. Intelligence experts speculate that the Geth have not exploited all of their resources because they wish to keep some in reserve for repairs. Travel advisory. Haestrom is a Geth stronghold. Military spy drones using cutting-edge stealth technology are the only vehicles that have returned unharmed from Geth space. All civilian traffic is prohibited. Good thing that we are not civilians then, isn't it?
Shepard, our data indicates that Tali is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable Geth activity and an environmental hazard. Solar output has overwhelmed Haestrom's protective magnetosphere. Exposure to direct sunlight will damage your shields.
Okay, good to know. Let's go. And let's try to keep to the shadows, guys. Okay.
I'm having serious issues with my shield.
Yes,
So we'll
Edie
fight
just
from the shade,
told
but
you
no
that.
hiding.
Edie just told you that, Garrus. Aren't you listening?
Emergency log entry. The geth are here. I've stayed to buy the others time. Anyone who gets this, find Tali's aura. She and that data are all that matters. Kill us alive.
Mm-hmm.
Emergency log entry. The geth are here. I've stayed to buy the others time. Anyone who gets this, find Tali's aura. She and that data are all that matters. Kill us alive.
Okay.
Incoming dropship.
Yeah, I see it.
Trouble!
Fire!
Oh, rats.
Yeah!
I can hear you. I can't see you.
We should find an alternate path. We're roasting out here.
Well, that's because you're standing in the sun, Garrus. Okay. Okay. I can hear that there's a geth here. Question is, where is it? Yeah, where are you?
This is valuable.
Ah, there it was. Okay. Aye, aye.
Ground now!
Yeah. Okay.
Fire in the hole!
Break. Op 1, this is Squad Leader Kelringer. Do you copy? Yes, in front. Shepard's up 2. Tali's is secure, but we need backup. We're bunkered up here. Can you send support?
Yeah. Okay.
Op 1, this is Squad Leader Kelringer. Come in. Over.
Yeah, I'm here to help.
This is Commander Shepard of the Normandy. Can we provide assistance?
Patch your radio into Channel 617 Theta. We were on a stealth mission. High risk. We found what we were after. The geth found us. They've got us pinned down. Can't get to our ship. Can't transmit data through the solar radiation.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about this mission.
What brought you this deep into geth-controlled space?
You're asking the wrong person, Shepard. I just point and shoot.
Fair
Something
enough.
about the sun. It's going bad faster than it should. Some kind of energy problem.
Okay, when did the geth arrive?
Any idea where the geth came from?
One of their patrol ships found us. Dropships started raining geth down on our heads before we could get off world. Systems under geth control. We knew they made planetary sweeps periodically. We hoped going low emissions would hide us.
Do you know if any more are on the way?
Do we have to worry about the geth sending in reinforcements?
I don't think so. Their patrol ship hasn't lifted off again. The radiation blocks all off-world communication.
Okay, if you say so. And how many are there?
What's the status of your team? How many of you are left?
We were a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
It's not a lot of Quarians. Okay. What's your current status?
How are you holding up? We can be there in a few minutes.
Take it slow and careful. Direct sunlight fries your shields all to hell. We're bunkered down at base camp across the valley. I left Tali at a secure shelter, then double back to hold the choke point. Getting Tali out safely is our top priority. If you can extract her, we'll keep them off you.
Okay, Tali's still alive, you're sure?
You got confirmation that the geth haven't reached Tali yet?
Affirmative. Left my best men with her. When you get here, you can talk to her on the comm.
Okay,
Every
good.
Marine on this rock is sworn to protect Tali's aura. As long as one of us is still drawing air, she'll be safe.
Okay, and what do you mean you're willing to die?
You're gonna throw your life away for research?
Negative. I'm gonna give my life for the migrant fleet. All the difference in the world. I'm no tech expert.
If you say so.
I'm a Marine. They tell me to shoot. I shoot. They said to protect Tali and the data. You get them out safe. I've done my job.
Okay, well, stay where you are. I'm coming.
Hold position. We'll hit their back ranks.
Wait, watch your ass. We got a dropship coming in.
Oops. Excuse me.
Crap, doorway's blocked. Grab the demo charges in the buildings nearby. Use them to clear a path.
Okay then.
Shepard, I have scanned the area and located the demolition charges the quarrying commander mentioned.
Put it on my radar.
You will need both sets of charges to clear the rubble.
Okay. There is a buttload of geth here.
Hostiles!
And this is going to be a very combat heavy mission. If memory serves. Really? I didn't get you? Oh, I thought I caught you. Okay. Yep, we'll grab that. Thank you. Okay, where are you? Ah, gotcha. No! What the? Thank you. Guys, it would be appreciated if you would help. And not just, you know, stand there. Then I guess I can send one of you
Hitting
over
cover.
here, and one of you over there.
Affirmative.
This must be really hectic on, like, veteran or insanity difficulty. I've never played, like, above normal, so... You,
Understood.
my friends, are not helping
Gear up.
at all. Did I have ammo here somewhere? Ah, over there. Nice. Up. Okay. Come on. You guys are
Nothing
not
left.
helpful at all. Up. Where'd he go? Come on. Get out here. Well, at least they've, you know, created a, like, definitely, like, a sense of being overwhelmed since there are quite a lot of geth in here. Okay, we got 1 out of 2 explosive charges. Let's see.
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Therum. Maybe I can do something similar with demolition charges.
Yep. Not a bad idea, Tali. Not a bad idea at all. Okay. Right. Thought I heard something. Come on.
Enemy combat are worthless. Branch 1.
You didn't just scratch it, Garrus, you killed it. Okay.
Light them up.
Of course I can't see shit. Come on. That. Okay, so this is where I actually need to go. Nope. Did not want you to do that.
It's next to impossible to get accurate solar measurements. The radiation keeps burning out our equipment. This sun shouldn't be like this. It was stable a few hundred years ago. Stars don't die that quickly.
Yeah. I hear ya. Thank you. Alright, yeah. I remember this. You could open these and then you had a nice view of this place down here. Not that we need it now because we cleared out everything. Or most of it. I think. Yeah. So I guess. Ah, here we go. That and that thing. We found all our explosives. What? Where the?
There we go.
Impact shot.
We're taking too much fire. If we head to the left, we can find them.
Wait.
Firing a high-impact shot.
I had completely forgotten this. They keep coming. Waves upon waves here as well. Okay. We all good? Alright. Okay, let's place these babies.
Send it to the sky. We might want to move.
Yes, blam. Nice, nice, nice. And it's just very creepy that it was trying to crawl its way out of here.
Architecture. There's two words you don't expect to hear together.
Why do we care? Anyone choosing to come here should be on their own.
This might be useful.
Oh, grunt.
Our ancestors walked these halls with uncovered heads. The sun must have been normal back then. So much space, walls of stone. It's amazing. I wish my friends could see it. I wish Shepard were here. Tali's order to base camp. Come in, base camp.
I mean, I am here, Tali. Just give me a second to loot everything. Alright. Hi, Tali.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yep, I am.
Tali, it's Shepard.
Shepard? I'm not complaining, but you show up at the strangest times.
Yep, I know.
What are
It's
you
a talent.
doing in the middle of geth space?
I came to help. Let's get out of here first. I'm recruiting you. Yeah, I came to help.
I was in the neighborhood. I thought you might need a hand.
Thanks for coming, Shepard. It means a lot to hear your voice. Call Rieger and what's left of the Marines got me into the observatory. From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got the data I needed and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of geth outside.
Okay.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them firing at the geth outside.
What is this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's aging faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer geth shooting at us.
Fair, fair.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
Okay. Well, this door is locked.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the geth, and the console's damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you can to keep Rieger alive.
Yep. I'll do my best, even though the man does have a penchant for heroics, and that also means being a little bit suicidal.
We've been...
Let's see, coward. The drums can hide.
One less to work.
Back here.
One more. Worthless.
Grunt, you're really in my way. Why did you suddenly have, like, shit ton of armor. What's going on with that? Yeah, we're not going that way.
Time to fight!
Scratch one! Scratch one!
Worthless. One more. Worthless.
Okay. Here's some. Oh. Yeah. What is with the controls? Or is it just that I'm unusually shit at playing? Could be that as well, I guess.
You're up. Worthless.
My shields are down.
Let's make a run for it. Ah, oops. See, this is why I was, you know, positioning myself.
Get down.
Yes, boom.
This is why I follow you, Shepard. Big things.
Oh, of course I can't save.
Heads up!
Over here! Get to cover! Squad Leader Cal Rieger, Migrant Fleet Marines. We talked on the radio before that dropship arrived. I still got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky. Tali's inside over there. The geth killed the rest of my squad, and they're trying to get to her. Best I've been able to do is draw their attention.
I mean, is she safe?
Are you sure she's still alive?
The observatory is reinforced. Even the geth will need time to get through it. And it's hard to hack a door when someone's firing rockets at you.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
They're near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself. I can't get a clear shot while it's down like that. I tried to move in closer, and one of the bastards punched a shot clean through my suit.
How bad is your suit damage?
Combat SEALs clamped down to isolate contamination, and I'm swimming in antibiotics. The geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
If you say so.
What can you tell me about the battlefield?
Right side's got a catwalk with a sniper perch. You could wreak some havoc from there, but none of my men made it past the geth. Middle's got cover, but the damn Colossus has a clear shot at you the whole time, and you've got geth coming in from both sides. The left gives you some cover from the Colossus, but your ass is hanging out for the geth. That's how I got shot.
Alright.
Any ideas on how to deal with the Colossus?
Standard protocol with armature-class units is to sabotage the shields and whittle it down, you know? Kill it with bug bites. But the repair protocol blows that plan to hell. You try to wear it down, it just huddles up and fixes itself. So whatever we do has to scrap that bastard fast. Probably means getting up close, past that cover.
Okay then, so what's the plan?
We need to get to Tali. Got any ideas?
Just one. I'm not moving so well, but I can still pull a trigger, and I got a rocket launcher that the sun hasn't fried yet. You move in close. I'll keep the Colossus busy, maybe even drop its shields. With luck, you'll be able to finish it off.
Yeah, no. Stay down, my friend.
You've done enough, Rieger. You don't need to throw your life away.
Wasn't asking your permission. My job is to keep Tali safe.
We don't have enough people on our side for you to take one for the team. Stand down.
I'm not gonna stand there while you run into enemy fire. They killed my whole squad.
And if you want to honor your squad, watch my back. I need you here in case they bring reinforcements.
All right, Shepard. We'll do it your way. Hit him for me. Kilos alive.
Enemies ahead!
Okay. Okay, so anyone got a good strategy for this? Because I think I've tried both ways, like, you know, going up here to the sniper perch. Yeah, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Impact shot.
Damn it.
They're through my shields.
Up. Yeah.
Incoming.
It's me, Shepard.
Okay, I can hear that there's still geth out here. So we'll need to take care of those.
door to keep more geth from getting inside.
Oh, that's
There,
fine.
That should do it.
That is perfectly fine since I need to run around and loot stuff anyway. Right, really important stuff. Grabbing all the possible loot. There we go. Yeah, I think there was one right here as well. Yeah. Yes, I am aware that my shields are overheating. Thank you. Wonder what happens if we try to talk to him now.
Nice job! I'll get to Tali. I'll just be a minute.
Okay. Thanks.
Just let me finish this download. Thank you, Shepard. If not for you, I would never have made it out of this room. This whole mission has been a disaster. I wish I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress.
Well, so do I.
But I couldn't let anyone take my place on something this risky.
You say so? What is this mission research?
What can you tell me about your research here?
Haestrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
And do you know what's causing it?
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase, but Haestrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
Okay, and what is the value of the research?
A lot of Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call. The Admiralty Board believed the information here was worth sacrificing all our lives for. I have to believe that they know what's best.
But I want your opinion.
I didn't ask what some admiral thought. I asked what you thought.
A lot of people died here. Some of them were my friends. All of them were good at their jobs. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
Yeah. Can you join me now? Quarians owe me. No? Can you join me now?
Whatever the reason, I'm glad I could help. Once you deliver that data, I could use you on the Normandy.
I promised to see this mission through. I did. I can leave with you and send the data to the fleet. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell. I just watched the rest of my team die.
Maybe not the whole rest of your team, ma'am.
Rieger, you made it.
Your old captain's as good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
Thank you. Do you need transportation?
If need be, the Normandy can get you out of here, Rieger.
The geth didn't damage our ship. As long as we get out of here before reinforcements show up, we'll be fine.
Actually, I won't be going with you. I'm joining Commander Shepard.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty Board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Okay. Very nice. Recruited Tali Zora for the team. Though loyal to Shepard, Tali Zora's antagonism towards Cerberus necessitates observation, also sending recon units to examine geth activities in case activities on Haestrom provoke action. Okay, and we got a lot of nice stuff.
Cerberus saw footage of you in action, Tali Zora. We're looking forward to having you on the team. Your engineering expertise will really benefit the mission.
I don't know who you are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
Yeah. Don't even try, Jacob. I agree completely.
That's why you're here, Tali. I need people who aren't Cerberus. People I can trust.
I wasn't part of what happened to the migrant fleet, but I understand your distrust. I hope we'll get past that as we work together.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
Feel free to study the ship while you're here, though.
If it helps, check out the Normandy while you're here. We've gotten a few upgrades.
I'll get Tali-Zora the necessary security clearance to access our systems.
Please do. I can't be part of your team if I don't know how the ship works. Remember, Shepard, these people thought enslaving Thorian creepers and Rachni was a good idea. I'll be in engineering.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to Edie, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
Oh, Jacob, you're such an asshole. Okay. Right, so now we're gonna have to be a little bit careful since we have a lot of loyalty missions starting to drop now, I think. So I'm not gonna talk to the crew just yet. I am, however, gonna go and
Commander,
talk to Tali.
you received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Okay.
How's the Normandy running?
Say what you will about Cerberus. They know how to build ships. The Normandy's running even better than before. I don't know if it can stand up to a collector attack, though. I'm researching some ideas that might help.
Mm-hmm.
Is the new Normandy giving you any trouble?
Please, Shepard, I'm a Quarian. Give me a chunk of scrap metal, a circuit board, and some element zero, and I'll have it making precision jumps. I was worried about working with Cerberus engineers, but they know what they're doing, and they've been very polite.
It's good to hear.
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
Definitely. With the right supplies, I can fortify our shields. The collectors cut through the Normandy's barriers immediately last time. My upgrades might give us a better chance.
Multi-core shielding. Cyclone shield tech. Normandy shield upgrade. The rapidly oscillating kinetic obstructions of cyclonic barrier technology, CBT, are added to the ship. This should help the ship survive blasts like those that destroyed the first Normandy. Very good.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out geth on Haestrom, did we? I can't believe so many people died. Thank you again for getting Rieger out alive. All for data about stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty Board gets some use out of it.
Yeah, how is Rieger?
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime you get a suit puncture, it's a matter of luck. Rieger got out with a relatively minor infection.
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecured channel for that matter.
That's fair.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives from each ship. They make most of our laws and fleet decisions.
And how are you doing?
Having any trouble settling back in on the Normandy?
I like the quiet. I miss the old faces, though. Presley, Engineer Adams, all of them. It doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship. Are you sure working for them is the right thing to do?
Yeah, why do you hate Cerberus?
I caught some tension back on Freedom's Progress and again when you first came aboard. What happened between Cerberus and the Quarians?
They attacked one of our ships, the Idena. It seems they were attempting to kill or control a young human biotic who was on the fleet. I don't really know the details. I do know that Cerberus made an enemy of the Quarian people.
Yeah, that's fair. Just, you know, technically I'm in charge of this thing.
Does it look like they're pulling the strings, Tali? I'm not working for them. They're working for me.
So you ordered the listening devices and tracking beacons that are all over this ship. I know you need resources to fight the Collectors, but be careful, Shepard.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. No, I did not order those things.
I fully expect them to betray us at some point, and we'll be ready.
I'm glad to hear that, Shepard. Just let me know how I can help. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, of course, anytime. Transfer request approved. From Railzora Vaz Alarai. Commander Shepard Vaz Normandy. Per Talizora Vaz Nima's request, included with her data delivery from Haestrom, the Admiralty Board has approved her transfer to your command. She has been informed that additional duties to the migrant fleet may still be necessary on occasion, but has been given extended leeway to determine when her mission with you is considered complete. This choice was hers, but your role as the de facto captain during her pilgrimage may have caused her to be more susceptible to your requests. The Admiralty Board trusts that you will treat your new crew member with the respect due an honored member of the migrant fleet. Should any harm come to her due to negligence on your part, this board will take severe and appropriate action. Admiral Railzora, Migrant Fleet Admiralty Board. Okay. GBC News, Galaxy's longest chess game ends. Dikuna. Oh, so this is gonna have to do with the Elcor. The Galaxy's longest running game of chess finally came to a close as Doumon Thunlun of Dikuna checkmated Victor Kovisk of Luna. A board game of skill developed on 11th century Earth, chess became popular on the Elcor homeworld a few years after humanity was granted an embassy on the Citadel. Both players have competed professionally, but Thunlun and Kovisk's legendary 12-year game was a friendly match that its extranet followers are sad to see end. A flower of moves blooming over a decade, wrote one fan. I remember the first check better than I remember my kid being born, admitted another. They may not have to wait long for a rematch. Kovisk warmly congratulated Thunlun on his win, to which the Elcor replied, "Pleased acceptance. Thank you very much. Tentative excitement. New game?" GBC News. Meteor collides with Super Collider. Trichelon. A meteor strike has delayed the construction of this Suskind Super Collider, a particle accelerator being constructed in Trichelon's orbit. The Suskind is a type of collider called a Fermitron and is a centuries-old Asari venture now funded, named and built by humans. It's believed a Fermitron hasn't been constructed since the time of the Protheans. Formerly scheduled to come online in September, Earth standard, the new damage will prolong construction until 2186. When completed, the Suskind Collider will be 13,508 kilometers in circumference and will encircle Trichelon completely. The Suskind is the largest artificial satellite ever to have human workers and will be the galaxy's largest building in terms of square meters, surpassing the Volus hotel-filled Mall of Huanaha. Okay. Be more careful. From Talizora and CC to Garrus Carrion. Joker told me about you two have been getting up to. Let me get this straight. Before I got here, not only did Garrus get hit by a rocket, but Shepard also got poisoned by a bartender? Keela, you two are helpless without me. I'm trying to joke about it, but I really do worry for you both. We're finally back together again, so don't cut it short by being reckless, alright? For me. Glad to be back. Tali. Aw, that's really cute. But yes, Shepard and Garrus, they do get into a lot of trouble. I like that this is referenced that Shepard got poisoned by the bartender. A courtesy. From David Anderson. Shepard, your mother is asking about you. She took emergency leave to come see me personally, trying to find out if you're still alive. I'm writing this message as a courtesy, but let me be clear, I'm not asking your permission. I'm sorry if this ends our friendship, but she has the right to know. She's earned at least that much from her years of service to the Alliance. since before you were even born. But before you make up your mind, let me explain. Hackett once gave me a book by some writer from Argentina, where he was born. Can't remember the name, but it had a line that I copied onto my Omni tool and kept ever since. Any life, however long and complicated it may be, actually consists of a single moment. The moment when a man knows forevermore who he is. One day, a grieving mother will come to you, or a sister or uncle or partner or whoever, and they'll want to know something you're not supposed to tell them. But not telling them will haunt them. Maybe for a year, maybe forever. And in that moment, you'll have to ask yourself something. Do I really have the right to derail their life? I've had my moment, Shepard. I know the man I am, and I can't stay silent even if it costs me my bond with you. If you consider this a betrayal, then for what it's worth, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is like a mod that adds this in as a sort of fan email, or if this is official stuff that has been added back in by another mod I have. I really do like this little detail though, going back to, or nod back to Shepard's background and her mother in the army. I do wonder, would Shepard have kept her resurrection secret, or will she keep her resurrection secret from her mother, or want to keep it secret rather? I mean, I think if she had wanted to keep it secret before, then after reading this, she would not be mad at Anderson for telling her mother. Definitely not. She would definitely forgive him, I think. She would understand. So, yeah, I mean, Anderson has been a father figure to her, and a parental figure more so than her actual parents. Because I don't know, in the Mass Effect games, it feels like even though she has her mother, it feels like her parents, or especially her mother, since you don't really hear about her dad, I just assume that he's dead. It kind of... she feels very distant from Shepard. Like, you know, she's off having her life. I'm not sure, like, it doesn't feel like Shepard and her mother talk a whole lot. Whereas Anderson has been a true parental figure, and he's been guiding her and mentoring her and, you know, taking her under his wing and everything. So, no, she definitely would not be upset with him for long about revealing to her mother that she's still alive. So, yeah, I like this little email. Good news and bad news from David Anderson. I know our meeting with the Council didn't go how we wanted, but I haven't been resting on my laurels. I've been digging through Alliance archives looking for anything we could use to prove the Reapers exist, and I've got good news and bad news. The good news is I found a lead. Surprisingly, it wasn't anything buried in classified files, it was public information anyone could find. Ever been to the planet Jartar in the Hades Gamma Cluster? Take a look at this. Jartar is noted for the discovery of the Leviathan of Dis, the apparent corpse of a genetically engineered living starship. The Leviathan was found in the bottom of a crater by a Batarian survey team, and estimated to be nearly 1 billion years old. It disappeared after a visit to the system by a Batarian dreadnought 20 years ago. Since then, the Batarians have steadfastly denied that the Leviathan existed at all, and all the more vociferously when shown recordings of the corpse made by Solarian researchers. That's not from some extranet conspiracy site, it's straight from the 2183 edition of the standard issue Alliance Galactic Codex. Back then, everyone assumed the Batarians had gotten their hands on some kind of ancient Prothean relic, but reading it now, genetically engineered living starship sounds exactly like a Reaper to me. Which brings me to the bad news. If this is true, it means the Batarians have had access to Reaper tech for 20 years now. The Turians developed the Thanix cannon after only a year of studying Sovereign's wreckage, and just one of those cannons can give any frigate as much firepower as a cruiser. Now imagine what the Batarians could have developed with over 2 decades worth of study. I'm trying to get my hands on that Solarian footage, but honestly, if it didn't raise any eyebrows 20 years ago, I doubt it will now. Still, I'm telling anyone in Alliance brass who'll still answer my calls that the Batarians probably have a technological advantage over us that exceeds our worst projections. Suddenly, the Reapers don't seem like the only thing we have to worry about. If you have any chance to recover more Reaper tech during your mission, do so by any means necessary. We're going to need every edge we can get. Okay, this is also really cool. Again, I'm not entirely sure if this is added in by mod or if this was from the original game. It's still very cool because, I mean, it references back to the Leviathan of Dis, which again will, you know, tie into the Leviathan DLC in Mass Effect 3, where we actually solve this mystery, I suppose. So this is a nice little tie-in to that, and yeah, I wonder, like, if this was... Well, I mean, for my playthrough, this is obviously canon, but I wonder then, like, if this was canon, what would the council say when presented with this evidence, right? Like, what would they do? Would they keep denying the existence of the Reapers because they're scared? It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, but still, here we actually have some tangible proof that the Reapers existed. Or, I mean, I guess they could, again, claim that it was very advanced geth technology or something like that. Still, it's a cool thing to consider, and this is a nice little lore addition that I'm enjoying.
Before the Geth revolt 300 years ago, the Quarians colonized Haestrom to study the mysterious instability of its sun, which threatened premature eruption into a red giant. As a scientific outpost of minimal military value, Haestrom was ill-equipped to repel Geth forces during the insurrection and fell quickly under their control. Captured Geth planetary survey data indicates that despite sustaining damage during the war, Haestrom's architecture remains as it was 300 years ago, preserving a Quarian architectural style that no longer exists anywhere else in the galaxy. Because Haestrom's sun has overwhelmed the planet's protective magnetosphere, humans foolhardy enough to venture into Geth-controlled Haestrom must exercise extreme caution. Minutes of radiation exposure will overload shields, and hours of exposure will kill. Furthermore, solar output renders surface-to-orbit communication nearly impossible. Cyclonic barrier technology, CBT, attempts to solve the higher-end limitations of traditional kinetic barriers. Traditional barriers cannot block high-level kinetic energy such as disruptor torpedoes because torpedo mass effect fields add mass. The CBT violently slaps aside rather than halting incoming linear force. By rotationally firing their mass effect field projectors, ships create rapidly oscillating kinetic barriers instead of static ones. Shooting through the CBT is like trying to shoot at a target inside a spinning ball. Significant drawbacks to current CBT configuration prevent its use on anything other than frigates and fighters. Its many high-frequency sensors and emitters require frequent maintenance and replacement. A partially damaged CBT can endanger its operator, who is surrounded by rotating mass effect fields skewing in unpredictable directions. However, if an emitter is damaged, the CBT becomes a traditional shield array, making it effective during opening volleys.
A moot is an enormous hydrogen-helium gas giant with a mass approximately 9 times that of Jupiter and nearly 2,900 times that of Earth. Despite massive pressure, its core has failed to ignite in a fusion reaction, qualifying it as a failed star. It is believed to have captured all other planet-sized bodies in the solar system as moons or in impact events, leading to its name, Devourer. Not intimidated by this phenomena, the Geth have colonized many of Amut's moons and skimmed the hydrogen from Amut's upper atmosphere. Travel advisory: Amut is in Geth space. All civilian traffic is prohibited. Okay, and that is where we're going to be leaving off for this time. we recruited Tali. Yay! Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to leave a like and also a comment down below. And if you would like to continue to follow along on Nora Shepard's journey, then please consider subscribing and also tick the little notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!